Alright, stop the press. I was about to go live, but there's been some pretty sick data mines that we really need to talk about right now, lickety-split. Let's break things down. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen of the tribe, check it out right now. Just 10 minutes ago, Sig and the people at Swigger Events have data mined a bunch of stuff. This looks like the abilities that we are getting for Carson Tiva, R5D4, as well as Zeb Aurelius under the New Republic. These look like Carson Tiva abilities. These are definitely R5 abilities. Zeb over here looking real cool. Love the color profile. Oh, and the Snow Trooper operative as well. All good stuff here. However, what's this? This looks exactly like the battle arena where we face off against Rotter the Hutt, at least in the film The Mandalorian and Grogu. If we download it, what's the name of the file? Text background episode 8. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. I don't know if this is just going to feature as part of the era. I don't know if we're getting Rotter, okay? I don't know why they've re-put in these the mod battles and the fleet battles. Here's Carson Tiva. Here's the crate. We'll see this in a second, but it looks like the crate will not be the repeat raid boss. The crate is going to be a Coliseum boss, okay? We'll get to that in a moment. And then we've got presumably loaned units. Tactical, Captain Drogon. These are all what we've seen already. Look how good that Zeb looks. He looks absolutely dope. Okay, Death Trooper, Scout Trooper, Snow Trooper operative over there looking pretty sick. There's the Crate Dragon. Now, why is it showing like this? Text Coliseum event Crate Dragon. Okay. Don't know why it's looking like this. We haven't had Coliseum displayed like this before, I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong. Over here, this looks like a Sith logo over here. What is this? ISB. Yeah, okay, fine. We've got Carson Tiva. This is obviously going to be his marquee background. Love to see it. Over here, we have got... Ooh, what's this stuff over here for the ISB? What is this? Oh, text error 7. Oh, the error battle. Of course, the new error battles will be coming in about 2 weeks' time, roughly. And there's going to split it into two. There's going to be an ISP one, and there's obviously going to be Rebel Fighters over here, which is the Cassian Andor one. Now, granted, you're going to need Cassian for tiers, I want to say 3 and above on these era battles, even on the dark side, even though you can't use him. All right. Then we've got more stuff for new people, more stuff for new people. Snow Trooper operative. This is obviously the marquee background for R5. Then we've got similar ones for Snow Trooper operative. We've got stuff over here. What's this for? Oh, okay, so this is the error pass and the paid pass. This is the one that's really, really interesting, guys. In my last video, I talked about Captain Ward. I said she's probably going to be the Legendary Journey unit, I think, maybe, because she seems to take a significant role. Now, she could just be a marquee, right? She could just be a marquee. We've got a brand new Mandalorian and Grogu, as well as a Grogu and the little, you know, Babu freak creatures. I always forget their names. Over here, we've got Zeb. We've got the Crate Dragon in the Coliseum. Love to see it. Looks like we've got Cobb Vanth down here. So Cobb Vanth is probably going to be a loaned unit, I imagine, for the Coliseum. And down here in the bottom right is Rotter the Hutt against Mandalorian. Now, I wanted this to be the elite marquee that we get for this era. I wanted it to be, let's get a Galactic Legend Grogu and Mandalorian, right? Mandalorian and Grogu, brand new Mandalorian and Grogu legendary unit, Galactic Legend hopefully. Rotter the Hutt I was hoping would be our elite marquee, and then Sigourney Weaver over here, Captain Ward. I thought she was going to be a Journey Guide event. Maybe she's just 1 marquee, 2 marquee, 3 marquee. It could be as simple as that. I don't know, maybe I'm reading too much into this, but it very much looks like this is going to be our new splash screen, moving on from the one that we've got for the 10-year anniversary. And when we look at this, what does it say? It says text logo splash era New Republic. Yeah, so it's going to be the era of the New Republic, I guess. I guess that's what we're calling it. Cool. This looks like more assault battle stuff, I assume, or era battle stuff. Then we've got big splash screens over here. Look at Rotter. We have to be getting Rotter. Sigourney Weaver and Rotter the Hutt. We've had 4 out of the 6, right? Yeah. So it looks like it's Rotter and Sigourney Weaver. And then we're almost certainly getting Mandalorian and Grogu as the legendary unit. Huge. Huge. Has to be, right? Has to be. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that's too many, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, no, there are 6 marquees. And then there's obviously Mandalorian and Grogu as a legendary unit. I don't think he'll be a GL. I think it's probably going to be a legendary unit. I don't know why we are getting Grogu with the little guys over here. It's clearly not a new ship. I don't know what this is, Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Who knows? Maybe it's actually part of Sigourney Weaver's kit. Don't know. Okay, Captain Ward. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. This is obviously just the episode pass stuff that's going on. Energy. These are the new types of materials that we're getting, I guess. Because they did say they're overhauling Coliseum, adding new layers, new tiers, all that sort of good business. Looks like we are also getting new Lightspeed bundles. Looks so over here, 501st Lightspeed bundle. We're also getting a Rogue One / ISB one. Old ones, Imperial Security Bureau, but it's also got old Cassian and K2SO, IPD and Krennic. And we've got a Gungan one. Looks like Jar Jar's getting a Lightspeed bundle. And then all the Queen's Men over here. They've actually called them Queen's Men. I love it. And then it's a Vader and Vader's Command Lightspeed bundle. Okay, so we get Palpatine, Vader, and looks like that's actually the TIE Advanced. I thought it was the bomber for a sec, but then I was like, where's Royal Guard? But it's actually the taxi, the TIE Advanced. Then these are the new Lightspeed tokens. Looks like Mandalorian and general ones. I'm not sure. Lots and lots of packs, obviously. There's always going to be new packs, ladies and gentlemen. And looks like new signal data packs. Probably going to need them. But here we go. Here we go. What does this actually say? Error back. Okay. And this one, does it also say error front? Okay. So this definitely going on. I don't know if this Grogu thing is accompanying Captain Ward. I don't know if that's the case. This is obviously Carson Teva's relic material. Carson Teva relic item. Yep. Similarly, I'm guessing that's R5. That's going to be the Snowtrooper. That's Zeb. What are all these? New icons. New portraits. It looks like we're still getting the Jotaz. We're getting Crate. And we're getting the Zepho Tomb Guards. All of that is standard stuff. Okay, cool. Let's take a look at the general data mine. The rest of the update should be here today. Yeah, so the update has hit the PC client, but we're not actually having most of the update information. Like none of the new marquees are in or anything like that. So that's good to know. But obviously, new Lightspeed tokens coming out. Don't know if we've got the prices yet. Not sure. Guaranteed that if I put this video out, which I intend to very, very shortly, that the pricing will probably land after the fact, right? So I can guarantee that. So, okay, so a couple of things. Obviously, that means we are probably not getting a loop back round to the Crate Dragon Raid like I thought. A couple of people inside my video that commented on that said, hey, what if the Crate Dragon Raid goes to the Coliseum? You guys were right. Congratulations. You nailed it. You knocked it out of the park. What does that mean for the future? What does that mean for a new raid coming up? Well, that means we're probably going to get a proper raid coming up. Now, I'm not sure if that means we're also going to be getting some similar factions. I don't know. I'm just thinking back to the Crate Dragon Raid because everything seemed to really fall into place with Satele, with Cobb, with Mandalorian content, with Cobb lifting up Jawas and Tuskens. It seemed to really play into let's go back to Crate, but I guess that still makes sense with the error system. Not only that, I don't know what that means for a Galactic Legend. We've got a new film coming out, and it looks like Mandalorian and Grogu won't be the Galactic Legend for that particular film. Usually a film has got Galactic Legends, but I suppose we've only really had two in that period. We had Rise of Skywalker, which obviously came in with the first set of Galactic Legends, GL Rey and Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. They came with Rise of Skywalker. This is the first theatrical film release for Star Wars since then, 6 years on. It feels like to me it's a bit of a shame if we don't get a Galactic Legend for the film. But is what it is. I guess we are probably getting a Legendary. I doubt he's going to be a Galactic Legend. But what do you think, guys? What do you think about what we're finding out now? Do you like the extra characters? Captain Ward, and it looks like we are getting a new Mandalorian Grogu, and definitely looks like Rot of the Hutt. I don't know if he's going to be a lifter unit for Jabba. He could be a large unit. I don't know. That means he can't really go on a Jabba team. Could he make a second Hutt Cartel team? Potentially, yes. Does that feed into what comes in the era after? Maybe. Hard to say right now. Maybe he's just leading scoundrels. Maybe he's not a scoundrel at all. Maybe he's actually a hero. Maybe he's an anti-hero. I'm not sure. Answers on a postcard, please, in the bottom. Please like the video. Comments down below, because I really love talking about this stuff. I love speculation. I love seeing what's coming. I love getting excited about Star Wars. Don't you like getting excited about Star Wars? Freaking love it, bro. Anyway, I will see you all in the very next video. Peace out, and may the Force be with you.